I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, today we are reading from the book of Romans, chapter 7, and let's focus on verses 10 through 12. The commandment that was meant for life resulted in death for me. For sin, seizing an opportunity through the commandment, deceived me, and through it killed me. So then the law is holy, and the commandment is holy and just. You see, there's a problem with the law and the commandments in some people's minds, but is there really? Absolutely not. There is no problem with the law and the commandments. They have done and they continue to do exactly what God intended them to do. And they set the standard by which mankind will be judged. And there is nothing faulty about the law. Now, what is faulty is some men's concept of the law, what it'll do for you, what it means to walk in truth and to please God. Now, far too often what happens is that people can end up worshiping the law rather than the lawgiver. And yes, it is possible to be so religious that your piety toward God takes the place of God in your own life. Children, live by rules, and adults live by principles. For instance, I give my kids rules like don't play in the street, right? That's because children lack the ability to conceptualize the abstract idea of getting hit by a car. They don't understand their surroundings, and they only think linearly. So we give them rules with consequences. And then they think, well, if I disobey the rule, then I'll get punished. Adults should not need a rule, don't play in the street, because they understand the overriding principle. And that is this: playing in the street sharply raises the probability of getting struck by a car. So those who try to justify themselves by their personal works of the law, i.e. the rules, well, they always live with the anxiety of being punished by God for not working hard enough or being diligent enough. Romans chapter 3, verse 23, for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So that's a game of catch up that you will never win. You will never catch up because you fall short of the glory of God. And the law of God is the glory of God articulated to men. Now, different from having childlike faith, people trying to constantly appease God never move beyond immature faith, that cause and effect thinking. And so the law has become a law of death for the works-based people, because deep down they know that they could never do enough good works to justify themselves. Apart from Jesus' atoning work, we could never fulfill the law's requirements. Rather, the more that these people work and check their tally, the more they recognize how much they are falling behind. And then this leads to comparing our piety against other men and women instead of weighing oneself against God's revealed standard, the Bible. And then saying, wow, the blood of Jesus has covered this. Adults live by principles. And like I said, I don't play in the street because I know I might get hit by a car. And that said, if someone needs help on the other side of the road, well, I have the freedom to cross the street. You see, neither my privileges nor my prohibitions are motivated by fear of being punished for breaking the rules. I firmly grasp road safety principles, and I weigh them against the necessity of being a good citizen and helping up somebody that's in trouble on the other side. And Jesus didn't come to abolish the law. He said, I came to fulfill it. He fulfilled the law. He fulfilled the rule on my behalf. So my motivation for living by his word has now changed. No longer under the rules, I am now free to live by the principles of the law. Love God and love people. Therefore, it has become a law of life to us who believe, but only because of Jesus' work and not our own. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And yes, we need your monthly support. Donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. You know, another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. You can share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.